Hello my loves, my name is Mina. Welcome to our channel Mina Reads, and today I'm filming a 24-hour readathon. Guys, it was all a lie. She lied. Okay, so I have not been reading a lot of romance recently. If you guys have been on my channel for a long time, you will know that I'm definitely a romance reader, but recently I've been getting more and more into fantasy, and I've been reading just like a lot of fantasy this month. So it's currently March 22nd. I have read a lot of sci-fi and fantasy this month, and I really want to get back into reading romance because as much as I love fantasy and sci-fi, I do miss my happily ever afters, and I do miss all of that like sweet steamy goodness. So I definitely wanted to read some romance today, and I thought that it might be fun to kind of make it a challenge, a 24-hour reading challenge, because I want to cancel my Kindle Unlimited subscription. I read a lot of my romances on Kindle Unlimited because it's just, I think that Kindle Unlimited is a really great service for romance readers. There are a lot of indie romances on Kindle Unlimited, and you just pay like $9.99 a month to get access to a bunch of titles. It's a really great service in my opinion, but I kind of just want to minimize my expenses a little bit, and I've noticed that I haven't been using it quite as frequently, but I've just noticed recently the way that my reading tastes have shifted, and also the fact that I'm like really behind on arcs that I'm supposed to be reviewing and stuff. I just don't want to have the temptation of Kindle Unlimited books just like haunting me, so I think I want to cancel my subscription for just a little while, but I'll probably be back to it eventually, right? But here are the Kindle Unlimited books that I really want to read in this vlog. So I want to read Love Scammed by Rousey Adams. I know that this is like a vacation romance novella. Then there's Liquor and Laundry by Tasha Harrison, and this one, I know that I know that one of the main characters is like an athlete, and I love athlete romances. And then there's Truth or Dare by Danielle Allen. This is another like vacation romance one, I think, and it's like a friends to lovers, so that's exciting. I want to read Maybe This Time by Christina C. Jones. I also need to charge my Kindle because it's dead right now. But yes, today I'm going to be reading all day. It's currently 3 o'clock, so at 3 o'clock tomorrow we will see how many books I actually was able to read, and we'll be canceling that Kindle Unlimited subscription. Okay y'all, so I'm not sure which book to read first. For me, it's between reading Truth or Dare by Danielle Allen or reading Love Scammed by Rousey Adams, because I'm really excited for both of those, and they both seem kind of similar. They're about like characters who go away on a vacation and something like that. So I don't know which one I should read, so I'm actually going to put up a poll really quick on Instagram, and then I'm going to film a video that I was planning to film today, and when I finish filming I will see what you guys said. And yeah, so it took me way longer than it should have to film my video, but I am finished filming now. And so I'm looking at this poll, and when I first was checking on it, like Truth or Dare was winning by a lot, but now Love Scammed is in the lead, so I guess I'm just gonna start in on Love Scammed, and then I will update you when I read some more of it. But like, I really can't believe that, because Truth or Dare was winning for a long time. What an interesting turn of events. So I finished Love Scammed. It took me like all day. When I last updated you, it was like 3, and it's now almost 12 a.m. so yeah, it took me like all day to read this little 150-page novella. But basically Love Scammed is about these two characters, Monet and Hudson, and they are both like scammed by their friends into going on this 5-day vacation, and they end up like, it's kind of like a blind date but in the extremes, and their friends really want them to like meet and hope that they fall in love. So this is just them on their vacation together and spending time together and falling in love, I guess. And it's quite cute. I liked it relatively enough. I found it really hard to focus on it, and I don't know if that's the fault of the book or if it's like my fault, if my attention span is just really bad these days, or what it is. I don't know, but I was having a really hard time focusing on it, so it took me ages to get through. So it was cute, it was kind of steamy. I did enjoy that aspect, but I don't know, I wasn't obsessed with it. It was cute though, I did like it, and I definitely think that it was like a very easy, low conflict, you know, kind of like spicy read. So if you want something like fun and easy like that, I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're looking for something with like a summery beach vibe. It's definitely like a cute vacation romance. So yeah, I need to start something else. because I'm like really behind on my TBR for this 24-hour readathon. I'm thinking maybe I should make it 48 hours instead, because I'm not the reader I used to be, because shit, we really behind schedule, bitch. So let's see, we're gonna try something else and see how that goes.
What if I wake up happy? And what if I wake up sad? Sorry if I said something that made you mad. Wishing that I could call you. Sorry my service bad, my bad. When I wake up you're not next to me. Guess I'm missing all your energy. That's all I want. That's all I want. Promise I am not your enemy. I just need another memory.
My toxic trait is that I don't ever read the book synopsis before I start reading it, and sometimes it leads to some brilliant surprises. So this book, maybe this time, is the second book in Christina C. Jones's like Vegas Nights series. This book, we're following this girl who ends up like hungover, married in Vegas to her best friend, and this first chapter is a smut scene. I feel as though I won. An amazing way to start off my day. I mean, it really can't get much better than that. So I'm gonna keep reading and I will update you guys when I find out more. But the drama of it all. And this scene is sexy as hell. So I feel as though I won. Brilliant first chapter. We love to see it.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
I just finished maybe this time, and it was excellence, baby. So we're following these two characters, Desiree and Tracy, and Tracy and Desiree, they have been friends for about 20 years. The two characters are like in their 40s, so they've been friends for about 20 years, and they end up like waking up in Vegas and they got married while they were drunk. And so we're basically following them as they're like navigating this idea that like maybe they have some feelings for each other that they have never really like addressed. And I really love the way that Christina C. Jones did the friends to lovers aspect in this, because she really like, you know, validates their friendship and makes it like, you know, they did have a platonic bond, and then she kind of explains how over time emotions shifted into a more romantic, you know, sphere. And I really like how she navigated that. I think one of my major issues with friends to lovers as a trope is that I feel like sometimes the authors don't make it feel earned how the characters go from one dynamic to the next, and I think that she did a really good job of like explaining and exploring how the characters get from like, you know, feelings of platonic love for each other to romantic love. And this was so good. It was so fun. It was hilarious as always. Christina is a fucking comedian in my opinion. It was also really steamy. It was very smutty and I loved it. I lived for it. It was so good. And like Christina, I just don't know how to describe her as an author, because she's amazing. Like this shit is really in different areas with her, because she has all of her books are like connected through the Christina C. Jones cinematic universe basically. And like this series is called the Vegas Nights series, and this series is connected to another series called the High Stakes series, and the High Stakes series is kind of connected to this other book that's called Behind the Scenes. And it's just like I'm pretty sure it's connected to some other book that I haven't read of hers yet, but like so many of her books are connected. And it's so interesting how she's able to like keep track of all those different moving parts and make it make sense how all of these characters are interacting, how they know each other, and how they're like flowing in and out of each other's lives and in and out of the narrative in a way that makes sense if you've read like all of her books. And it always makes reading her backlist like a treat. This is a relatively new release, but like reading her backlist is a treat because it makes you realize how many like cameos and stuff like that are in like her current releases. And I just love it. I just love it. Christina is such an amazing, iconic writer, and it was amazing. So now I'm going to have lunch, and then after that, I'm going to start Truth or Dare. And hopefully it won't take me a million years to read, but yeah.
Just dance with me right now. Just dance with me right now. When I wake up, you're not next to me. Guess I'm missing all your energy. That's all I want.
Okay, so I'm sort of freezing right now, so I'm wearing a blanket, but I thought that it might be fun to answer some questions in this vlog just to like keep it interesting. So I asked on Instagram if you guys had any questions, and I'm just gonna look and check and see what you guys had to say. So one of the first questions I got is from this picture. I got asked, did you enjoy WandaVision? I did watch WandaVision. I did enjoy it. I thought it was pretty cool. I will say that I enjoyed the initial episodes of the season a lot better than I enjoyed like the ending of the show, if I'm honest. But I do think overall like it was a pretty good Marvel project. I liked it. Okay, my friend Tiana says, what's the last thing you ate? The last thing I ate was a salad. My favorite indie bookstore is Last Word Books, but I do have a bookstore vlog where I go shopping there, so you should check that bookstore vlog out. It's one of my favorite videos I ever made. I will leave the link to it in the cards and in the description below. The last book I was approved for on NetGalley was Isn't It Bromantic by Lisa K. Adams, which is the 4th book in the Bromance Book Club series. So I'm really excited about that one. Thank you to the publisher and NetGalley for approving me. And the last question that I'm going to answer is, what are you studying at university? I'm currently studying English literature. I'm actually on a break this semester. I had to take a break for my mental health. I had a teeny tiny small mental breakdown at the beginning of the semester, and so I had to just like pull out of my classes, and I'm planning to go back in the fall. But yeah, school is very difficult for me. I don't know, I think that quarantine has just been making school like really difficult for me, and something just went completely wrong for me at the beginning of the semester, and I was going through it very badly. But I'm almost done my degree, so hopefully I'll just be able to get back in the saddle, finish things up. Now I'm going to do some more reading. Thank you for asking those questions, and I will update you when I read something else.
What if I wake up happy? And what if I wake up sad? Sorry if I said something that made you mad. Wishing that I could call you. Sorry my service bad. My bad. When I wake up you're not next to me. Guess I'm missing all your energy. That's all I want. That's all I want. Promise I am not your enemy. I just need another memory. That's all I want.
Hello friends, good morning. I have lots of stuff that I need to update you guys on. So last night I put up another poll to see which book you guys thought I should read, because I wasn't necessarily feeling Truth or Dare, so I took a slight break from it, and I put up a poll to see if you guys would prefer me to read Liquor and Laundry by Tasha Harrison or To Be Alone with You by Jody Slaughter. So I ended up reading To Be Alone with You by Jody Slaughter, and I really ended up enjoying it. I gave it like 3.75 stars. It was really nice. So basically this is a quarantine romance. So To Be Alone with You is a really it's kind of like this like melancholy, really like low-key romance about this girl named Naomi and this guy Ira. And basically about 10 years ago, Naomi and Ira, they knew each other. Ira was kind of like a family friend. Naomi had feelings for him, and she expressed those feelings to him, but he turned her down because he thought she was too young, because at the time she was 21 and he was 31, and he just felt like at that time the age gap between them was just too much, not something that he felt like they would be able to, I don't know, get over or like connect in the right way or whatever. So he turned her down initially, and now in the present day, Naomi, she's 30 now, and she's kind of in a dead-end job, being underpaid, and she's really stressed out. So her mother has kind of arranged for her to go and visit Ira in like his house, because he has a house in the desert in like Joshua Tree or something. So she's arranged for Naomi to go and stay there in Ira's guest house and kind of decompress and figure out what her next steps are going to be. It ends up being the beginning of the global pandemic, COVID-19, and so she and Ira are quarantining together, and this is kind of like a second chance romance between them, rekindling what could have been, and just like taking care of each other and, you know, being alone together. And I really liked Jody Slaughter's prose in this. I thought it was like really good. I thought that it was like really beautiful. There was a lot of good quotes in it, and I liked the way the two characters, like, I felt their connection. I felt like the passion between them, and I really felt the way that Ira, like, he really wanted to take care of Naomi and like make her feel good. And I don't know, I really liked those elements of the story and of their relationship. The one thing that I will say about the book is that I feel like the relationship development in the story is a little bit stilted, and I will tell you more about that in a second. But I need to get my makeup ready because I'm also going to do a little, not a makeup tutorial, but I'm going to show you how I do my makeup because one of you guys on Instagram asked me to do this, so I'm going to do that. I would say that one of my main gripes with this story is that I felt there wasn't enough relationship development. I really liked them together, I was rooting for them and everything, so it's not that they weren't like a compelling couple, but the fact that this is a second chance romance, I wanted to know like what was their initial connection and chemistry like, what was their dynamic, you know, 10 years prior when she initially like confessed her feelings for him. Like, I just wanted to know like what their connection was like then that made them so compelled and that made them still like have these really strong feelings for each other like 10 years down the line. I really wanted to know how that was working and what their relationship used to be like. Because, you know, their current relationship is like kind of awkward and stilted in the beginning of this book, which I felt like was really well done because it's like they haven't seen each other in 10 years, and their initial parting was very awkward because he rejected her. So it made sense to me why it was like that, but it needed to elaborate on certain points for their relationship development to feel like fully fleshed out, in my opinion. But I did enjoy it. It was steamy, it did feel romantic, and I feel like the author really perfectly captured like that melancholy of like the beginning of quarantine and isolation and like the fear of that without letting it become like too overpowering in the story. So I feel like it was handled very tactfully, and I don't know, I mean, I liked it. I'm not a good makeup person. I really am not sure why this person wanted to know like how I do my makeup or like a makeup tutorial. I'm not good at makeup by any stretch of the imagination, but I appreciate the idea that you guys think I might be good at makeup. It's very sweet. So anyways, I finished To Be Alone With You. So that was my third book read in this 48-hour challenge. I'm really behind on my initial 6-book goal. That was like very ambitious of me, and I'm clearly not the reader that I thought I was because baby, I'm so behind. So I am in the middle of Truth or Dare by Danielle Allen, so a little bit of progress. Doing your makeup while talking is hard. I don't know how the influencers do that shit, but okay. So what do I do next? I can't remember. What is my makeup routine? So what was I talking about? Truth or Dare. So I started reading Truth or Dare. Truth or Dare is about this group of college friends, and 2 of them are getting married. So they're at like this destination wedding and they're all hanging out, reliving their college days, and our 2 main characters, Kingston and what is the girl's name? Simone. Kingston and Simone, 2 friends in this group, they end up feeling a little bit of chemistry together after they are dared to kiss each other. So they feel some chemistry and they're like, ooh, where did that come from? So this story is about them, like, you know, at this destination wedding, kind of exploring this newfound chemistry between them. But I can't say that I like super duper love it at the moment, but like it's fine. I'm like 40% in, 50% in, something like that. So I'll be able to give you more updates later on that topic. I'm gonna, while I do my eyebrows, I'm gonna answer more of my questions that I got on Twitter. Not Twitter, on Instagram. So let's see. Are there any characters you wish you could date in real life? I really want to date Tracy Hamilton from Maybe This Time by Christina C. Jones that I read earlier in the video. I would date the fuck out of that man. Are you kidding? I would date him so hard. And Hilo from Jade City. I would steal him from his wife in a heartbeat. I would wreck his whole house. He got kids and shit too. I don't care. I would definitely steal that woman's man for sure. Also, you know who I would date? It would be like the most toxic thing I ever did for myself. I would date Lorenzo from Menace, which is like a dark romance. Lorenzo is crazy as fuck, but I would definitely date his ass. I most certainly would. What other characters might I date? I would date Maya from Private Eye. Oh my god. What a fucking queen. What a goddess. I would definitely date her. Me, her, and Kenny can enter a polyamorous relationship. Absolutely. Like, move over, bitch. I'm joining somebody's relationship. Okay, now I'm done being emotionally slutty for book characters. Let's look for another question to answer. Advice that I give to others but not to myself. I always tell other people, especially like my mom, I always tell her to not be so hard on herself and like to not talk badly about herself, to not like constantly critique herself. But I'm constantly critiquing myself. Like every time I make a mistake, I'm like, oh, Mina, you're so stupid. And that's something that I'm working towards, like not doing and cutting that out of my vocabulary and trying to get rid of like that negative self-talk. Because when I see other people talk negatively about themselves, like it really bothers me and I try to stop them from doing that. But I'm bad at it when it comes to myself. So I'm definitely trying to work on that and like be better. Alright, so I already did my eyelashes, but I didn't put on any eyeshadow today. I don't necessarily feel like it, but I am gonna put like one of these colors. I'm gonna pick one and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner area. Chandler, she asked me, what are you most excited about doing after quarantine? I really want to go to the beach, like really bad. I just want to go to the beach. I want to be among a crowd. I want to do that so badly, and it's just like something I've been craving. So the beach, traveling, that's what I really want to do at the end of quarantine. Okay, I think that looks fine. Oh, I can finally see. Okay, so makeup is done. The sunlight is very weird because it's like gloomy today, but yeah, my makeup is done. Let me go finish reading Truth or Dare, and then we'll see if I could maybe fit in another book in this little challenge, because my 48 hours will be up at 3 o'clock, and it's currently, what is it? I hope it's not 11. I don't know what time it is. It's 10:30. So let me finish Truth or Dare, and then we'll see if we can squeeze in one more book. I love how in my last talking clip I was serving like an extremely tits out look, and now I'm wearing like yoga pants and a hoodie. I think that is like hilarious. I finished Truth or Dare. I gave it 3 stars. So Truth or Dare, we are following this group of college friends. It's been about a decade since they've graduated from college, but they're still all besties, and one of them, or not one of them, but 2 of them are actually getting married, and so they have this destination wedding, and all of their college friends, you know, get together at this hotel to celebrate their wedding and be a part of the wedding party, and they play their customary game of Truth or Dare. And during this game of Truth or Dare, our 2 protagonists, Simone and Kingston, and they're dared to kiss each other. They kiss and sparks kind of fly between them. I enjoyed this. I thought that it was very sexy. Like, I really liked the way that she wrote the sex scenes and stuff. They were fire. I enjoyed them a lot. But I don't know, something about the writing didn't fully connect with me, because you could definitely tell that there was like a rom-com vibe to this, and like it was supposed to be funny, but I never really laughed. Like, it never really hit me in my funny bone, I guess. So there was a lot of moments where it's like you could see a punchline, but it wasn't funny to me. And I'm just weird, and like humor is something that's like, I don't know, it just hits me strangely sometimes, so sometimes it just doesn't work for me. I think that for me, like knowing that it was supposed to be funny but that I wasn't laughing was like continually annoying me as I read the story. This is a weird thing. Please don't take this as a reason to like not read the book, but it just was something that like impacted my reading experience, I guess. And then I can't say that I was like super invested in these characters' relationships or their character in general. I didn't think that like Simone and Kingston were like super interesting, but I did think that they had really hot sex together, so like I'm happy for them. I'm glad I got to read about it. But did I care about like their love story? Do I think it was like friends to lovers excellence? Not necessarily, but it was hot. Sometimes that's enough. So I think I'm gonna give it like 3 stars. It was enjoyable, but not like a new favorite for me by any means. So yeah, that was the end of this little 48-hour challenge. I did not reach the 6 books that I wanted to read. I wanted to also read Liquor and Laundry by Tasha Harrison, and Fuck Around and Find Out by Nicole Falls. I really wanted to read those 2, but I didn't get around to it. So I guess I'll try to read them before the 29th, which is when I lose access to all my Kindle titles. So I'll try maybe to get to them, but I highly doubt it because I need to read Leviathan Wakes and Spoiler Alert by this weekend for 2 live shows that I'm doing. I'm doing a live show with Chanel's book club, the Krusty Club, as well as on Sunday I'm doing a live show with Monty and Aaron for the Expanse Along that we're doing on Monty's channel. So I need to get reading on those ones, so I can't really spend any more time on this, but it was a fun vlog to film, for me at least. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it, and let me know if you'd be interested in more kind of like chatty vlogs in the future. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and if you did make it all the way to the end of the video, please leave this emoji in the comments. I would really appreciate the engagement, and I love you all so much. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and a special thank you to all of my wonderful patrons.